A splendid evening to all our listeners. This is your favorite evening radio show, EM Passion Radio, and I am DJ Sunny, your host. And I don't know if there will be tomorrow for us. Now is all I care about. Now that you are here, now that you're. How is everyone doing for tonight? This evening will be a very interesting evening for all of us, for we will dwell into the lives of our very special guest. Indeed, I mean it when I said special because our guest will be coming from a place all the way from a tribe in one of the mountains in Ifugao. We will dwell into the lives of a couple, or past lovers for that matter, and how the culture of the tribe has greatly affected their relationship. Let us all welcome on the show tonight, Awiao and Lumnai. How are you, Awiao?
I'm fine. The lands I own are very productive, and my wife has been very good to me. It's just that Kabunyan does not see fit for us to bear a child. I am very sorry towards Lumnai that she has to suffer because of this.
How about you, Lumnai?
I'm doing good.
So, can you tell us your story?
Lumnai is my wife, and I love her with all of my heart. She is perfect. I cannot say anything ill about her because there's none. Our marriage is going really well. Our source of income, our house. It's indeed a perfect marriage for us, but not according to what a perfect marriage should be in our community.
Owiel has been a really good husband as well. He would never fail to make me feel loved, and he would always care for me despite his work at the farm. He is indeed the perfect husband every woman could ever dream of. But you see, I can bear a child, and in our tribe, a wife should be able to bear a child, or the husband shall remarry another woman who can give him a child.
It has been the practice of our tribe that every one of us should follow.
We were simply left with no choice but to oblige to the norms of the society we live in.
And so, that's our story. It is indeed with a heavy heart for me to leave Lumnai, but I shall do it, for I must have a wife who can bear me a child.
Likewise, I also feel bad, for I am left with no choice but to let my husband marry another woman who can do the things that I can't. I feel powerless and useless, for I feel like I have lost my essence as a woman in the community.
So, how are you two now? How is life for both of you after the separation?
I left the house with her, for I can and I should build a new house for my new wife.
I still live in the house where we live, with some beans. I am able to make a living for myself and my parents by planting and selling them.
I have found a new wife who could bear me a child, and we are to be married in the next year, hoping to have a child by the end of the year.
I personally feel bad for both of you, although your life apart from each other seems stable. It seems to me that what happened in your marriage is not really beyond your control as a couple. And if your feelings would be our basis, you both still love each other very much. So, to our beloved listeners, what can you say about our guest story? You may call in a hotline number 431 2017 to share comments and insights regarding the story of our guests.
Thirsty? Quench your thirst with a glass of Coca-Cola. Delicious and refreshing, Coca-Cola will make anyone's day better. Coca-Cola. Have a taste of happiness.
Eagle Cement ang matibay. Eagle Cement ang matibay. Eagle Cement ang matibay. Eagle High sa tibay. Sa standard ng Pinas, higher ang Eagle Cement. Sa standard ng mundo, higher ang Eagle Cement. Sa compressive strength, higher ang Eagle Cement. Eagle High sa tibay. Eagle High sa tibay.
Eagle Cement, high sa tibay. Pili na sa inyong suking hardware. or visit www.eaglecement.com.ph. It's 1:25.
Time check brought to you by Vaseline. New Vaseline Spray and Go moisturizes deeply and absorbs in seconds. Here comes our first caller for tonight. Hello, what's your name?
Good evening, I am Frances.
Hi, Louise. What can you say about the story of our guest for tonight?
Their story also makes me feel sad because they have to separate from each other in accordance with their community. It is like history being either linear or progressive. Their community seems to be linear and that matters since they still follow the norms in the past. I understand that some norms are indeed correct and are there for a reason, but those norms may change throughout the years.
I agree. Society somehow affects culture in ways that may either be positive or negative. That is why, if we are to criticize cultures, sometimes it often draws upon Marxist, feminist, and other political theories. Thank you, Louise. Hold on, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good evening.
Yes, hello DJ Sam. I would also like to share my thoughts, especially in terms of how culture is influenced by Marxism and feminism. According to Awiyaw, he left the house to alumni, right? And Awiyaw is also somehow wealthy since he can still provide and make a new house for his new bride. Therefore, he belongs to what we can somehow refer to as middle or upper class. It somehow makes me think if this norm is also applicable to those married couples in the lower class.
Great point. It also makes me think that some of the society's norm is only applicable to certain members of the society and not to everyone, which makes it quite unfair to other members of the society. Thank you, Danica. Another caller for tonight. Hello, good evening.
Hello, DJ Sam. I'm Anna. In line with that theories, I think the tribe or society where Awiyaw and alumni belongs to is quite sexist, and it succumbs to the rules of patriarchy. I would actually like to invite alumni to our organization, which promotes feminism for her to know her rights. I think that their societies fully support the patriarchy, and it doesn't provide norms which give women a chance to do other functions in the societies. It seems as if the only purpose of women in the society is to bear a child, and that is because they do not give them a chance at all for them to do other tasks.
Indeed, some cultures are indeed quite cruel against us women, and that it's about time for them to redefine the norms and the functions of each person in the society. As said, these norms are promulgated for a reason and was agreed upon by people way back in history. We should also take into account the time when this norm of theirs was started and the people who made this norm. History is always subjective in nature, therefore, those people who came up with such norms had their own experiences, which led up to these norms. Thank you, Gladys. Okay, so I think that's all our callers for the night. This has been such an interesting evening. We have seen how culture greatly affects the relationships of people and how history, for that matter, also affects how the society is. Different theories such as Marxism and sexism affects culture as well in more ways than one. I think people should always keep an open mind towards handling such issues and be more sensitive to other members of the society. That's it for EM Passion Radio. I'm DJ Sammy, your host. See you again same time tomorrow evening for another episode of our favorite evening radio show, EM Passion Radio. Have a great night, everyone.
This program was brought to you by Coca-Cola. Have a taste of happiness. Eagle Cement, High Satibay. And new Vaseline Spray and Go. Moisturizes deeply and absorbs in seconds.